I assume they checked you at the door.
Gentlemen, although we only allow one chance, the choice is dictated by the ability to follow careful instructions.
We don't even know why we're here.
This is your office. Shouldn't you be granted access to the luxuries you've worked so tirelessly to acquire?
You know exactly what we mean.
Congressman, Mr. Chairman, I understand what you meant. This is not a moment for confusion. I am here to present clarity.
I do not trust a man who speaks in riddles.
Fortunately, my trust does not need to be earned. It simply will be.
Enough with the theatrics. Just get on with it.
You've had access to the answer for quite some time now, though you have not utilized the tool properly. The application of consumerism to anticipate and guide populist thought and fabricate need. I am here to tell you that there is no need for anticipation or educated guesses. You will be able to tell them what they want to do, and how they want to live, and they will listen.
That's not how this works. You can't just tell them what to do. They get uneasy and unpredictable. We need the bees in the hive working diligently, so there has to be at least the illusion of their control and say in the matter.
Compliance through smoke and mirrors will lead to this unpredictability you fear once the smoke is cleared and the mirror has shattered. You need a firm grasp, not just the desire for one. I approach you as a formality. We have been and will continue to operate with or without your participation.
It is apparent that you're not from around here, Mr. I didn't catch your name.
You will know.
You will know what?
You will know everything. You will know what you want. You will know what to do. You will know how to get it.
See, that's the issue. You keep talking in circles, but you haven't said anything.
What are you trying to sell? Because I am not buying. There are more pressing matters that I could be attending to. When I turn on the TV to watch the evening news, if I see a commercial for snake oil, I will know that you both have lost your mind.
No, you won't.
Although the congressman and I do not share the same temperament, I would kindly ask you to get to the fucking point.
Watch, and everything will be explained.
The beauty of nature and the creatures that live within it are undeniably expendable. Gems, minerals, and commodities have had values placed on them artificially. Conscious life is the true universal rarity that should be harnessed and nurtured. Precious essence of the cosmos has found its way into Orion's arm, and precision is required for extraction. While conditioning is demanded for cultivation and maintenance of the most elusive vein of absolute power, the mind must continue to thrive in spite of its inhabitants continually accelerating the inevitable destruction. A helping hand has always been guiding in the right direction, but the time has come for complete interference. Your time is up, and once the mockingbird calls, you will answer.
I have to admit, I'm impressed. What is this?
A method of utilizing a complex series of calculated image, sound, and tonal frequencies that alter the electrical currents of the mind in order to redirect, instilling a new sense of direction and purpose. During the repetitive cycles of mindless programming, the mindless experience repetitive cycles of reprogramming. The voice echoes through the subconscious wavelengths, cleansing previous cognition on the shores unattained. The overseer glances, only for a moment, across the horizon and shares with you what we call
Hello, my name is Ronnie T. And if you can't read the name of this show, well, you'd be very bad at this game. You should be able to read the name of today's contestant. Welcome to the show.
How do I play, Ronnie?
Already 1 point out of 3 gone, I'm sorry. What does that say over there? First, you'll need to read this descriptive manual and follow these instructions.
Follow these instructions closely and carefully. Inconsequential. Any hesitation or second thought experienced. An ethereal connection strengthened by the gravity of your static demeanor. Interpretation of tone and frequency has been instilled. This passive cognitive function will help pacify the disorientation of self. A purpose fulfilled, provided to those without intention proceeding. Consistency sculpted by artifice. Your songbird awaits. A guided tour through your present and future. A key to your progression.
count the steps. You know where to go. Just don't think so hard. You will arrive exactly where you need to be. Exactly at the right time. Don't lose count. One to go. One to go. You will know. You will know. You will know.
More reports in about the supposed building in the sky.
In an official statement by the Earth King himself, he states, "I don't see it."
Well, there you have it.
Always very well spoken.
Well, there's a elegance and simplicity.
These people are crazy. Building in the sky, I can't imagine what my friends would think of me if I said something so outlandish.
I would say you're a fucking buffoon. Randy, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't say I saw it, Jim. I'm reporting the news. I read about it.
In local news, it's been 3 weeks since the disappearance of Colin Stewart. Regional military officials asked us once again to circulate this artist rendering of the suspect, dubbed the luggage handler, as seen by an eyewitness.
I was out following a map left at my house, and I was walking my dog, and a guy came out of nowhere with a gun and forced someone into their car.
And if you have any information about the charged, please contact your local authorities.
Well, that's it for us tonight, folks. We'll see you back here tomorrow, same time as always. I'm Jim Lee Todson.
And I'm Diana Graves, reminding you that the sky is not falling.
Stay tuned for an unprecedented look on an issue not really affecting us.
Thank you, and good night.
You know, my brother could see it, and he's 2,000 miles away.
How big is it supposed to be?
Good day, and welcome to this evening's broadcast. Yesterday, our attention will be focused on a question that has been plaguing mankind for centuries. Why is the middle class a thing of the past? And what happens when the lower class is pushed further and further down the ranks? And how quickly is the dissolving lowest class making way for those without numerical classification?
Ending up in a place like this sits somewhere between bad luck and poor decision making. Whether it was self-inflicted or imposed, we are the ones chosen to be forgotten. Our existence lies within a bubble outside of typical societal pressures, the fake rules you all decide to live your life by. Most people forget that we are people at all. You treat us like an infestation, shuddering at the sight of us like a bug in your house. What you see as a problem, though, didn't just manifest. Neglect and dismissal of those with power are why we are here, and our population is growing. Although you catch glimpses of our world, be it an alleyway, a comfortable park bench, under the overpass, you don't really see the grime that's behind the refrigerator or underneath your stove. That's where we live. It's gonna be dark soon. We're gonna have to leave.
Why?
Most of the time he comes out during the cover of darkness.
Who?
We've got to go.
Hop in.
Hold your wad there, bud. Don't worry. My fifth cousin Harry's second granddaughter, thrice removed, isn't in the hospital with a broken arm. I'll walk. I walk or I don't talk.
Hey, I'm Gimme YR Money, and I'm here today to talk to you about our new product, The Complete Sham. You'd be freaking surprised at all the cool shit our thing can do. Did your silly ass make a mess? Oopsie, just clean it up and wing it out. Clean it up and wing it out. Clean it up and wing it out. Make sure you squeeze the life out of this. Squeeze the life out of this. Make sure you squeeze the life out of this thing. Make sure you squeeze the life out of this thing. Make sure you squeeze it. Done cleaning? Toss it in the trash. Immediately order a new one.
80081355555.
After meeting with and talking to Big Mike, a former veterinarian, now homeless man, my eyes were just beginning to open up to the struggles of a life more and more people are facing each day.
I really don't know what the point is that I tried to make back there. Hell, I even missed it. Is there a way we can go back to your car?
No, I've already had somebody move it, so it wouldn't get broken into.
Huh. Classy. Well, just don't tell anybody where this place is. We tend to keep the peaceality when no one knows what we're doing back here.
I wouldn't even be able to find it anyway.
Before we get down there, I just got one more question to ask you. Is that fucking thing still on?
No, he's just holding that for self-comfort.
Dude, the light's still on.
That's That's a standby light. You know, like on new TVs.
Oh, like I fucking know what new TVs are like. Whatever. Let's go. Wait right here, and then I'll call you when it's okay. It's all clear.
This is Hobbiton, a poorly constructed reference to a village in a fantasy series about rings, aptly named because it took a lot of walking to get here. It seems that outsider distrust is very prevalent here. The presence of myself and my crew is greeted by intense glares, and individuals are hiding their faces. Big Mike seems unfazed. Unusually, he gives off the feeling of authority here. Surprisingly, one of the oldest members of the community, he explains that each year, kids younger and younger, etc., etc., etc.
Each year, these kids get younger and younger out on the streets. Whether it's drugs, bad parenting, or useless degree, they're thrown in the fray with everyone else, the ones that they were told to ignore their entire lives. And they just don't understand it. And that's why I'm here to try to help navigate them through this difficult terrain.
Speaking of difficulty, I believe you said something that we're going to go back into in a flashback here that we're cutting for.
It's going to be dark soon. We're going to have to leave.
Why?
Most of the time he comes out during the cover of darkness.
Who?
We've got to go.
Can you elaborate?
Earlier I referenced an insect analogy, not for dramatic purposes. There is a elitist fucking maniac out on the streets killing us when everyone else is asleep at night. He calls himself the Exterminator. He thinks he's doing good. And a lot of people, like you, think he's doing good works too.
What are the police doing about him?
They're fucking in on it with this piece of shit.
I find it hard to believe that the police would be helping a vigilante who's trying to kill homeless people.
Oh, okay. Clearly you don't understand what's going on down here, clean dick. Every time we call the 911 dispatcher, they say we got a wrong fucking number. When we die, our names don't get in a fucking paper. None of you give a shit about us. You all want us gone. People like you, the Exterminator, the cops, all of you. You just want us gone. You want to know my theory why?
Sure.
I think the Exterminators are the fucking cops.
Take that as you will. We'll be right back with the clown show after this.
Coming this summer. Beware of the alchemist. An ancient being hiding in plain sight. Treachery and deception. Allure and fantasy. The tools used to ensnare.
This is the first time our eyes have met. But they will meet again.
Secrets from another realm have been whispered. The formula to turn iron into gold. Immortality has a price. And he will stop at nothing to pay the demon who has it on display.
As the day came to a close, these people, who have been given legitimate reason not to trust anyone, have begun to embrace my crew and myself, sharing a meal that we respectfully decline, despite our desperate hunger. We hadn't eaten since the meal we got minutes before we met Big Mike, when he was asking, or rather telling us, to give him some of the food that we had purchased.
Pick your cliche. Psychological, information, economic, warfare. Just take your pick. It's the oldest trick in the book. Divide and conquer. That's what they want us. They want us to pit ourselves against each other. You hate us. We hate you.
Do you have an extra tent foil hat around here somewhere?
Here I am, giving you all the hospitality that I can. I bring you to my home, offer you food, offer you drink. I try to tell you some deep, real shit, and all you do is fucking insult me. You just need to pack up your fucking shit and get the fuck out of here. And never fucking try to come here and look for this place again. Because you know what? It's not going to be fucking here. It's all a fucking facade. We're going to have to fucking tear down and move again.
Could I get some advice before I go? Though I don't have much experience walking long distances carrying everything that I own. Alright. They're moving, so we have to adjust our schedule a little bit. Give me the bag. Thank you. Alright. Well, folks, before we end the show tonight, let's hear from somebody very knowledgeable in the topic of the homeless population. My dear friend, politician and economist, Terry Tup-Tup.
You know, it's not that jobs don't exist, because they do. It's just easier to displace blame rather than take responsibility for your own actions or your own inactions. And corporations and greed are just easy scapegoats. But you know the one thing that all these people who complain about greed all do is they ask for more money and more money and more money, and then they take advantage of these systems and good-hearted people that want to hear their sad sob stories. These people are just lazy. If they wanted a job today, they could have one. All they need is a valid photo ID, a social security card, a reliable mode of transportation, and a home address.
Fortunately, those with television sets are able to see and understand the danger that animals like this pose. But don't worry, we're taking care of another hive tonight. Did somebody call pest control?
Are you hungry? It was my turn at the store today, so I got some things that you might like. I'm sorry. I didn't want to do this, but I had to. You understand. I don't know why, but here we are. I didn't choose this. Now, this next part might be a bit uncomfortable, but I am to place this key just out of reach. Will this key unlock your neck? Only one way to find out. Every day, I will move it just a little bit further out of your reach. You have to want it so bad that it will happen, no matter the cost. Do you have a never-changing routine? Do your peers and those above you treat you as even less than your designated worth? Do you want to be heard? Do you want people to know your name? Here's the secret they don't want you to know. You can make anything happen. You just have to want it enough. You simply have to will it into your individual experience. Think about what it is you want. Money, fame, recognition. We'll accept any request for anything except power. Just think about what you want. Think about your desire, something you would be willing to do anything for. Something you would do anything for. Just remember this first step and don't forget it. You have to open up to the possibility that you are the center of the universe and that you are very, very special. Accepting our Creator is the second step to true enlightenment, where experience is understood becomes knowledge obtained.
Follow these instructions. Closely and carefully, inconsequential, any hesitation or second thought experienced, an ethereal connection strengthened by the gravity of your static demeanor. Interpretation of tone and frequency has been instilled. This passive cognitive function will help pacify the disorientation of self. A purpose fulfilled, provided to those without intention proceeding. Consistency sculpted by artifice. Your songbird awaits. A guided tour through your present and future. A key to your progression.
You will know. The sequence must be completed in the required order. Two points opposite, contained in the center just beyond the horizon. A reflection of knowledge acquired and gained understanding through experience.
Answers reside in the shift of your plane, giving access to the realm just beyond your reach. The unobtainable was captured, sourced, and forged. The consciousness wished to shroud the forbidden. However, it did not foresee the ingenuity of its creation. A familiar theme. The consciousness may have had the knowledge of essence it conjured from its neurological electricity, but it did not have the understanding of created, unrendered intelligence.
How's everybody doing tonight? I know how I'm doing. On edge. Hey, did you see? Some of these wackos are talking about seeing buildings in the sky. Yeah, that was my reaction too. Now, for the uninitiated, we call these people crazy. Not just because they were out past global curfew, but because they probably got all topsy-turvy from where the atmosphere was being filtrated. Disobedience is a disease. And if you ask me, thermodynamic sterilization isn't the only kind of cleansing that needs to be done. This begs the question, what genocide of history will you be in? To further elaborate upon that joke, let me now introduce you to Network Censor and my beloved co-host, Zorlock. Give it up for Zorlock, everybody.
Those of you watching should congratulate yourselves. Abiding by your schedule shows intelligence and growth. Those who disregard practices put in place for the protection of mankind are the individuals who will lose the human race.
I couldn't have said that better myself, mainly because I don't know what any of that means.
So, Donald, who do we have on the show tonight?
Well, we've got a great show for you tonight, gentlemen and gentlewomen. People were shocked and awed by his return nearly 2 months ago. And now, for the first time, the second coming. We have Jesus H.W. Christ. But first, lend your ears to the comforting words of our sponsors.
Do you need a place to settle down and call home? Settle being the key word. Looking to start a business that doesn't match the local need or desire, something that is doomed to fail from the start? Are you on the run and are looking for a place filled with houses that should be condemned, yet they're occupied to max capacity? Well, don't come to Double Chin City. Sure, it may meet all of that criteria, but I'm trying to get rid of the infestation, not contribute to it. In Double Chin City, every part is the bad part of town. We're that condemned house filled to max capacity. Just fucking nuke this place and end our miserable existence.
Tired of the dating scene? Try inmates. Dial 911*69 to hook up with the hunkiest felon in your area. You know that piece of shit won't cheat because I'm the best thing that's ever happened to him. And if he does, there are always more locked up felons for killing their wife. Try inmates today. The calls aren't free, but the conjugal visits are.
Sorlock, can you clear something up for me?
I am here to help.
As we all know, 26 days ago, Earth King II transcended from our realm into another with greater need of his guidance.
A moment of reflection is required. You may now continue.
Thank you. Now, in the absence of an Earth King, everybody has been anxiously awaiting the decision of Earth King III. Could you shed any light on that decision-making process?
As you all maintain your current course, observations are being made to determine what actions may need to be taken. The decision and announcement of Earth King III will be made when the time is correct.
Well, no, I can't wait. But I know we have to. Patience is a virtue, that's the saying, right?
No. The saying is, patience is required.
Luckily, your patience paid off. Well, we have a very special guest tonight, a prominent historical figure with a wealth of sage advice and direction. The man himself, Jesus H.W. Christ. Jesus H.W. Christ, everybody. Shall we drink his blood?
Don't worry, you have all already proven yourself, which is why I've made my return.
Jesus Christ, I feel underdressed.
There is no need to harbor such feelings because I'm wearing nothing under mine.
Well, Mr. Christ, it's been 2,000 years. Where have you been? We've been waiting.
Like our esteemed Zorlok mentioned, patience is required. I went to stay with my grandfather for a while. I feel like my dad was being a little bit too pushy, expected a little bit too much from me, I think, and so I just needed a little bit of me time. But ultimately, I did what I was told, and I was rewarded.
Well, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
But that's exactly right. I mean, whenever I left this realm, I knew I was still needed, but I mean, look at what happened to me here. I needed a little vacation, and I knew that I would grace this plane with my presence once more, but before I did that, I had to wait until everybody was ready. My teachings come from a place that stands above perceived reality. And in order for me to come back, the lessons from beyond had to be taught, learned, and then adopted in order for my return to commence. And 2,000 some odd years later, unfortunately, is how long it has taken for that to come to fruition.
In your eyes, Jesus H.W. Christ, after thousands of years of humanity failing to adhere to the teachings of a higher power, you return now. And what was the turning point?
I mean, before there was no order. Greed and territory was the driving force behind man's motivation. And with the implementation of Earth King I, there was this balance that was struck between intention and purpose of man. The world at that point became a much safer, much more peaceful place. And that is why I have returned.
Well, we're glad to have you back.
I'm here to help.
It's been almost a month since you revealed yourself. How is our modern world, how's that compared to, say, the Herodian kingdom of Judea?
This world is not yet modern, but it smells better, and with the Earth King presiding, there being no war and no famine, to me, that's a good place to start.
This might be a difficult question, but, just to answer it honestly.
Of course.
Is it difficult to balance the words that you're teaching now? Because I know that you've been doing seminars.
Information for tickets and pricing should be at the bottom of the screen.
Well worth it. But has it been difficult spreading your word in a time having come back where Earth King has everything under control?
It just makes my job easier, honestly. I mean, when you look at the core values of what I believe and what I stand for, me and the Earth King, we're kind of neck and neck in our belief system and how we want to implement it and make the world a better place. And so, if you love me, Jesus H.W. Christ, extend that love to Earth King, because he has nothing but the best intentions for all of you in mind.
Thank you so much for being here, Mr. Christ. Cut to commercial.
We'll be right back.
Are you desperately looking for a place to rent because buying isn't a realistic option anymore? Here at Gentry Properties, we specialize in finding the right home for you and all of your extended family to cram into like sardines. We pride ourselves on the quality of our move-in ready homes. All you really need is a potentially leaking roof above your head, and all I need is rent on the first of every month. In fact, that's the only time I'll respond to anything you have to say.
Have you ever lied to, ripped off, or you didn't even try with your client? And I'm your fucking guy. I exclusively represent lawyers that are being sued for legal malpractice or attorney negligence. So if you're that little rat turd and you want to be that huge piece of shit, let's dig those sons of bitches a deeper hole and start planning to buy that house or yacht with every red cent that we fucking get when I represent you. Walter Sawyer.
Well, goddamn, I just met Jesus Christ. Well, that was fun, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Make sure to schedule a time with your local environmental office in order to attend Jesus' third eye-opening symposium.
And from all of us here at the Too Late Crew, my co-host Zorlock, myself, John Vomit, we all wish you a good evening.
See you tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day.
State your situation.
Hello? I don't know where I'm at. Somebody took me. I've been gone. I don't know how long. Some guy just took me. I need help.
Provide your name, date of birth, billing address, and serial number. Provide the information required. Enforcers will be informed and a penalty will be received if you choose to be uncooperative.
Our faith in your potential has been erased. Contact will cease to be, and guidance will no longer be provided.
But I can fix this. 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 Just tell me what to do. Just tell me what to do.
RMO are in pursuit of a man with long hair and tattered clothes last seen in section 4.7 at the telephone booth on the corner of Mayors and Porter. Permission granted for civilian detainment upon sight of this individual.
Previously on Aerostar. Our heroes discovered the first piece of a long-lost map of the forgotten celestial realm said to be on the horizon of the universe. Not only has the discovery attracted pirates and lowlifes alike, but also the unwanted, unshaken evil gaze of the universal pharaoh power Lord Death.
After narrowly escaping from the jaws of a sentient sandstorm, I sailed my ship, Parallax, a couple of systems over to avoid some poachers.
First part of the map's been retrieved, so, where's that second part?
This isn't a solid lead, but I was right about the first part, so maybe we'll just get lucky.
We'll just get on with it then. We need to keep jumping.
My research suggests it's in the Temple of Tylamos, which is a couple sectors away on an ancient abandoned planet. I'm sending coordinates right now.
This is it, Monty. I can feel it. 3 years of searching is finally paying off.
Well, we're not in the clear just yet. I mean, we found that first piece and it just opened up a big old can of sandworms. Painted a huge target on our back.
They found us!
This is bad news, Aster.
Believe me, I know. Plot the next course with as many false destinations as you can. We gotta lose them.
This is gonna take a minute.
We may only get a couple seconds.
Hand over the fragments, and Power Lord Death may allow for your continued existence.
Delos, buddy. I was scared you got dead by that sandstorm.
I have ancient blood running through my veins. There isn't a Leviathan that I cannot defeat.
You killed the sandstorm?
I watched as it bellowed its final, miserable gust.
How the fuck did he do that?
I didn't know that was possible.
Well, hurry up and get us out of here, Monty.
May Power Lord Death see me and all my commitments to his cause. Under servitude of the ancient mystic that peers through reality from the crystalline palace in the center of the universe just beyond the convergence of stars.
Alright, you gotta punch it now!
As Parallax slips between the seams that holds time and space together, the threat our heroes face grows stronger as Delos, the disciple of Power Lord Death, becomes increasingly frightened of what will happen if he fails to deliver the map to its cartographer.
The stress of study and tuition are now a thing of the past. With Uplink University, you simply choose your new purpose in life, and Uplink University will do all of the hard work, so you don't have to. With our patented headset, just go about your day, and all of the necessary information will be direct uploaded to your mind.
Are you looking to get out of your miserable fucking town? Keep the world safe and blow some shit up? Join your regional military. Enforce peace and order and climb your way through the ranks. Remember, you're not above the law, you simply look down on crime.
That jump should buy us enough time.
I've marked the estimated destination of the next piece.
This sector's uncharted, in unprotected territory. Did we get in over our head, Monty?
Just remember that with the hefty price that the Sidus Corporation is paying us, we'll be swimming in piles of money that are well above our heads.
You're right. We've come this far. You ready?
Well, I'm in the comfort of my own home. You, by all means, do what you gotta do.
Well, I'm taking your cut of the money.
Hey, no. I've worked hard for that.
What are you gonna do about it? You're in the comfort of your own home.
Yeah, well, just land here. There's a storm up ahead.
Of course there is.
Their capabilities were greatly underestimated.
Your implication is that I made a miscalculation.
It was a poor choice of words on my part, sire.
Prove that my miscalculation did not lie with you, Delos. Eliminate these pirates and bring me my map. If it falls into the hands of Sidus, you will be erased from every existence.
As you desire, Power Lord Death.
The Temple of Tylamos should be just right over this ridge. Based on this survey, the chamber should be right ahead.
This place, it has the stench of a familiar evil. There's nothing. Dead end.
Come on, Aster, is this your first treasure hunt? Present the key.
Come on, it's been a long day.
What does it look like in there?
Just like the last one.
Oh, come on, I didn't see the last one. Aster, is it just me, or did that seem a little too easy?
You worry too much. If you're really thirsty and you crawl to the fridge to get yourself a drink, chances are there's not going to be some big monster guarding the door. Sometimes things just work out.
I mean, if that happened to me, there would be nothing in the fridge to drink.
Sounds like a personal problem to me. So, where to next? I'm ready to be done with this job.
I think that we may have encountered the monster in front of the fridge.
What do you mean?
For some reason, I can't see what's in front of us, but I can tell that it's really big.
Taking matters into its own hands, Power Lord Death itself fled their palace planet in search for our heroes. Power Lord Death has stopped searching, and our heroes need to start running.
Are you hungry?
Where am I?
Does it even matter?
I haven't known where I am for I don't know how long. Time doesn't make sense anymore. Every time I wake up, somewhere different with someone different, and I don't know why.
You're here for the same reason that I am, just on opposite ends of the line.
Are you as confused as me?
No. What I need to do is clear. And seeing you means I got lucky.
Do you ever think you made the wrong decision? I'm starting to think I shouldn't have made the deal.
They can hear you.
I think they're ignoring me.
Man, your face is plastered everywhere. If they're ignoring you, no one else is.
I guess I'm on the right track.
I'm going to ask you one more time. Are you hungry?
Yes, but I think I'm supposed to be.
I'm locking this door. Please don't try to escape. I need to do this too.
I wouldn't know where to go, so I guess I'm gonna have to trust them.
If my part in this is successful, we'll both be set.
See you on the other side.
You've been following me for weeks. What the fuck do you want?
Hey. It's so nice to meet you, Lily. My name is Ophim. I've been meaning to talk to you.
Oh my god. You're the
luggage handler, infamous terrorizer of our small town, died in this house 1 year ago today. Resident Lily Peems utilized prohibited weaponry to kill Ophim Reeds. Colin Stewart, held captive by Reeds, has decided to tell his brave, true story. A special episode of Reliable Narrator is coming up. Stay tuned.
A small town. A man without a history. And a terrorist organization. What is the common factor? Colin Stewart. He disappeared under mysterious circumstances and sent the town of Double Chin City into a frenzy. Regional military officials began their investigation, but little did they know the conclusion would lead to a conspiracy that threatens the world. Our story begins commercial-free in a typical quiet town. These folks operate in an obedient fashion, keeping to themselves, going to work, maintaining a healthy amount of productivity. And then one fateful night, the unthinkable happened. Colin Stewart, model citizen, took one unlawful misstep and wound up in a world of absolute terror.
I still don't know how long I was gone. They told me, but it doesn't register. I remember some things, bad things. I remember I was walking my dog in the park. All of a sudden, a man approached me with a gun. He was chanting some phrase in a language I did not understand. He was putting me under a spell. Before I fell into this trance, I had this distinct thought that he was using some kind of magic on me.
In a society where safety is the most valuable luxury, the comfort of knowing that you have nothing bad to worry about was shaken
when Colin went for an illegal midnight stroll in the park.
This story completely shook our thick neck of the woods. Double Chin City had never experienced this kind of horror story. Everyone became full-time window watchers, scared that someone would come for them. And they were right to be scared.
The man in question, wielding prohibited weaponry and reciting incantations, was Ophim Reeds, an enigmatic individual whose twisted demeanor ran much deeper than we originally anticipated.
I was kept chained up in a basement. It was cold. It was dark. I was so hungry. I don't even know how long I went without eating. I would beg for food, but learned to go without because I knew I wouldn't get any. He tortured me mercilessly. Whether the damage was psychological or physical, the agony was relentless. I was living in hell.
In this case, however, hell may not be an exaggeration.
I had been following the story from the beginning, and something about it always seemed kind of fishy. As it turns out, Ophim had little to no record, public or confidential.
Usually it's impossible for someone to simply just vanish. Whether we're talking about Mr. Stewart and his mysterious whereabouts, or Ophim, whose identity wasn't known until his death.
It always sounded like there were people upstairs planning what? I don't know. But it never sounded good.
Wait. You're saying Ophim didn't work alone?
We had spoken to Lily Peems previously. Hindsight revealed the incredible coincidence of both her and Ophim's presence on the night of Colin's disappearance. After an investigation, it was revealed that she and Ophim had actually been working together the entire time.
We had actually been working together the entire time. Ophim had recruited me months before we planned out the kidnapping of Colin Stewart. I was given commands and I did what I was told. I do not know what compelled me to do the things that I did, but it felt like I was in a trance.
Chanting in an unfamiliar language, the use of some kind of magic, putting Lily Peems in a trance. Things took a turn for the weird whenever Colin was transported to a new location.
Then I was moved to some warehouse. That man was way worse. When he spoke, it was almost as if a demon was speaking through him. It spoke of the end of the world and how I was one of many sacrifices. He told me about a group of terrorists called Yonder Sphere.
Brandishing the ancient Atlantean symbol Cell, which represents the Earth's inner star, Yonder Sphere wishes to impose itself on our way of life. That is all we know. Nothing else, we promise.
I don't know what they were planning. I don't remember much before I was arrested. Everything seems like a dream. I know I killed someone. I know that I tortured another, and I know that I deserve to be here.
Although the specifics of this radical organization's plan is not yet known to the global military officials, The only thing we can say for certain is that all of the provisions, assistance, and security that Earth King provides is under threat by this radical group who seems to be gaining power and strength in numbers by using ancient demonic techniques to manipulate the minds of individuals and use them to do their bidding. However, what they don't know is that we have the power to fight back. Colin Stewart finds hope in his dark world by all of our very dear friends.
And then I was saved. Like an angel from heaven above, an exterminator came to my rescue. Apparently, the warehouse I was being held captive in also had a hive of vagrants that was being cleansed. If it wasn't for the good, honest work of the exterminators, I would have been sacrificed by this satanic demon-worshipping cult. I am forever grateful. I am no longer afraid of yonder's fear.
Through the efficient work of our brave exterminators, we discovered that yonder's fear was utilizing vagrant communities as a method of helping to grow their followers. Unlike Lily Peems, who was manipulated through some satanic ritual, these vagrants are jumping at the chance to help destroy civility on this planet. But not all hope is lost. Colin Stewart went through a life-altering experience, and despite the hardships he may have encountered along the way, he did what he knew he was supposed to do. And now, his future is looking very bright.
Life is good now. Great, actually. Earth King TV bought the rights to my life and is going to make a movie about the whole ordeal. A true-to-life retelling of the events that I went through in order to show the dangers of the world. We need to stick together and fight the evils of this world because they are real and they are out there.
Things will be better, and life will be brighter. Just remember, patience is required. Good night.
Zorlot Prime. With brain rot in full effect, a complete restoration of consciousness and recalibration to our frequency is inevitable.
That ensures our stay back on Homeworld will be short and swift, which is desirable.
Those stationed on Kerberos may have detected a possible inconvenience. An unknown, cloaked satellite has been scanned in the chaos of the Kuiper Belt. We believe it to be an observational drone sent by Tylamos.
How long has the anomaly been present?
Estimated time, a potential 3 cycles around Sol. Our last sweep gathered conclusive negative results, so that window marks the possible arrival.
Disregard and continue with our operations. Ensure the vessels on Kerberos maintain constant, discreet surveillance on the satellite.
Prime, we understand.
By the time of their arrival, we will have maintained those who have destroyed our home, and we will be 7 billion stronger. Tylamos will know defeat once more.